Welcome to Joseph Ntonga YouTube channel from Jaram Science Academy. Today I bring to you anatomy and physiology for health sciences with particular emphasis to environmental health. And the objectives are as follows. Number one, to define anatomy and physiology. Number two, the importance of anatomy and physiology to environmental health. And number three, to explain the topics to be covered. Now, let us look at the first objective, to define anatomy and physiology. Anatomy is defined as the study of the structures of the body, the organs of the body. So when you look at the organs of the body and study them, what they contain, and how they are formed is what is referred to as anatomy. There are also different types of anatomy, different branches of anatomy. You have gross anatomy, you have histology, you have neuroanatomy, and so on and so forth. Then when it comes to physiology, this one here, physiology is the study of the functional components of the body. So when you talk of the function of the body, for example, if you say the eyes are used to see, then you are describing the organ as an eye, which is an anatomic structure, then its function is to see, and that is its physiology. So when you look at physiology, it is the functional aspect of the organs of the body or the systems of the body. And then you are discussing physiology. There are also different types of branches of physiology. You can have neurophysiology and so on and so forth. So you can search from your website there and find the different branches of anatomy and the different branches of physiology. Now let us come to the importance of anatomy and physiology to environmental health, or to those who are studying the health sciences. Now, it's important to study anatomy and physiology, especially for environmental health scientists, because first and foremost, you have to know the structure of the human body and how they see the structure and function of the human body and how it is related to the environment. Because you know that the environment has different types of stimuli, and how are these stimuli affecting our body functions and anatomy. So that is how we are going to look at it. And even as we study the various topics, we are going to relate them to how they are related to our environment. Then we come to the last objective, and that is to see what topics are we going to look at. And the approach in our study of anatomy and physiology will be systematic approach. So the topics will be as follows. In the first topic, we are just going to look at the basic aspect, and that is going to be cell structure, and level of organization. Since this is environmental health, in terms of the systems, we are going to look at from the outside to the inside. That means a system that is immediately in contact with the environment is the one which we are going to look at first. And this one is the integumentary system. Number three, the integumentary system involves the skin and its accessory organs. Then number three, immediately after the skin, then you have the muscular system, the muscles, and its related structures. Then you know that the muscles cover the skeletal system. That will be the next one. And the skeletal system, as an organ of protection, it protects other systems. And the systems that it protects will be the digestive system. That will be the next one. You know that part of the skeletal system, like the ribs, protect the respiratory system. You also have number 7, excretory system. Excretory system is closely related to reproductive system. Then number 9, you have in the body, there is need to carry out coordination. How the body coordinates with the external environment and the internal environment. Then you have the nervous system. Then you have another system, which is another coordination system, is the endocrine system or hormonal system. Okay. Endocrine system. Then you have the transport system in our body, and this is the circulatory system. Then the circulatory system is closely related to another system, which is the defense system, the immune system. So these are the systems of the body that we are going to cover in our anatomy and physiology. Okay, so we have at the beginning cell structure and level of cell and the level of organization. Then number 2, integumentary system. Number 3, muscular system. Number 4, skeletal system. Number 5, digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system, reproductive system, nervous system, endocrine system, circulatory system, and immune system. So that is how the body is organized in terms of systematic anatomy and physiology. So that is the topic for today. Some sport questions. Number 1, explain the meaning of anatomy and physiology. Or in other words, define anatomy and physiology. Explain how anatomy and physiology is related to environmental health. Explain how anatomy and physiology is related to environmental health. List down any 5 systems of the body. List down any 5 systems of the body and state their function. That is all for today. Until next time, remember to share, subscribe, and like.